tactile or digital keyboard popped up, which is fine because remember, it's about 11-inch screen size, so it's very large, but I'm sharing it with a keyboard. With having that tactile keyboard, and you see that tray at the top, I can even use this on my cell phone. I can put my cell phone up in here, but I'm gonna turn on the keyboard, and all of a sudden that digital one disappears. Now I have more real estate to get more work done. So now when I do need to type and I do need to send that long message or I'm using it in class, I have all that. And what's cool about the case, it all is gonna fit into that nice case, which is great too. One thing I was gonna mention before, if you are an Apple user, you get it. Maybe you've wanted to upgrade. Oh, who's that little baby? So precious. But more importantly, look at the clarity of that screen. You're shopping at HSN, but I want everyone to realize I can take this into the Apple Store even and ask them a question. They don't care if we're on a flex payment plan. They want to really just make sure we are happy customers, and you're going to be. Because as we've been talking about the one you have, here is a standard iPad. Look how big that bezel is versus the one you're getting. And this was bought in March of 2011. So 10 years ago. It still works. It's dinged up. It doesn't have the memory, but I've gotten my use out of it. And my mom's going through a similar situation. She's trying to upgrade her computer. She's had it for over 10 years. And she's now at the stage like, do I really need a computer? Should I just get an iPad? But she realizes she doesn't want to be lacking performance and user options because, you know, she still's got to pay her taxes. She still wants to do her online shopping. She still wants to be able to FaceTime. And you know what? Maybe that older iPad or older computer can be hand off to the kids for their classroom. This is their classroom. And that's where you want to have quality and being connected. So as you're realizing, this is not our standard iPad. This is not the expensive iPad Pro. It's the iPad Air. Finally comes in these fun different colors, the greens, the blues, the pinks, the golds. On the inside, it has that new A14 chip. We kind of stopped at A12. Now we're going up to A14 because it's more powerful and more versatile. It is a redesign. Yes, you do get a full year of Apple TV Plus. But if you notice that bezel, it's pretty much all screen. It's 10.9 inches of a liquid retina display and also amazing audio with speakers on both sides. How do you log in and log out? Finger Touch ID is right up here. Your home button is pretty much your power button. And you're also going to notice you have a larger camera in the back, 12 megapixel camera. So great clarity in terms of recording 4K quality video, editing 4K quality video. And you know what's another cool thing people don't realize? The quality of the camera, I can use it as a scanner. I can scan, scan, scan. I don't even have to go to the scanner, and then I can send it off to who I need to.
Well, I think it's so brilliant. And even if you just considered it from how we've been experiencing life with that better camera and that seamless and easier application in terms of usage. My sister-in-law, Angie, her brother, she's from a small family too. Her brother, he and his lovely wife had their first baby during the course of COVID. And they're based out of the New York area. And so Angie's parents, the only way they saw little baby Bo for like the first 6 months of her life was this way, was through the iPad. So what an amazing world and time we live in. And especially when you can get the amazingly easy applications, the speed and the performance of iPad, and do it with the Air. Remember, this has a lot of those upgrades that we typically only see in the Pro that usually starts at around that 1,000 mark. Here's that space gray. The most popular has been the sage. Well, I keep calling it sage, but it's green in the system, but it is a sage color. This is what we're calling sky blue, but I will tell you it is more of like a dusty blue. The gold is a rosy gold, and then we also have the silver. It's on 12-month VIP financing. So if you have an HSN card, that means you're looking at $66 and change. You can actually create 12 interest-free payments. We're going to include a wealth of software, the keyboard, the earbuds, the soft-sided case. You choose that in the blue stripe. We call this white, but it's really kind of a creamy white. This is brown. It's really kind of like a cognac brown. And then we have the floral, which is a lot of fun. $200 on your credit card, free shipping, 30-day return policy, not 14 days as you would find in the Mac store. And then of course you also get, there's no restocking fee. You know, Bill, the other part about that is when we talk about Mac U and the support, you know, truthfully, Mac, they don't care where you got your iPad. I mean, so if you wanted eventually, if you wanted to go to the Genius Bar, if you wanted to do this, if you wanted to do that, the other thing, it's not a factory issue or, you know, and also it's the real deal. And that's one of the reasons I think a lot of us, myself included, get their first iPad from HSN because of the flex pay and the return policy and the no restocking fee, but you still get all the benefits of being an iPad user, don't you?
That's just it. You get the exact same experience. You're just being smarter, because I also realize we have a lot of stuff going on, whether it's trying to move into this to make sure it works with my home security system, the school Zoom, and even all the work documents. Because for a lot of us, we're like, wait, I'm PC. Does Apple play well with PC? It used to not be the case, and it does now. But you know what? Get it home, kick the tires, log into your email, see, oh, the office sent me Excel stuff. So guess what? Am I going to be able to see this? First of all, pinch and zoom. Can you see the clarity? That's that Retina display. So remember, this is boring, mundane text, but it's going to still be sharper on the eyes. But when I do need to get into using this for work or, you know, signing a document, sign it on the screen, send it back. Everything's a lot more fluid. And I love how you brought up that story about Bo, because I get Apple is a treat, but when this is the way we are connected to the classroom, to the office, to our family, it's worth it, because we want reliable, we want quality, and you know, we kind of want easy, and Apple does make it easy. You get it once and you just fall in love with it. One of the biggest differences also is the Apple ecosystem. So whether I'm downloading stuff to keep the kids busy, whether I'm downloading stuff for work or school, all the different apps are specifically designed to the Apple standard. Very easy, very variety, which is great too, because you know, if it's the expert or us at-home users, but more importantly, it's also more secure. So I'm not going to get the viruses and the malware running in the background that really can kind of slow it down year 2, year 3, where all of a sudden it becomes a paperweight where it's not worth it. You get what Apple delivers, and that's what I get excited about you getting this home. It is a treat, but it's going to be something you use all the time. We need to use this to get connected to the office and to school. And all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself using this completely differently than you probably really originally imagined, because it has that power and it has that potential to grow with you, because you're not limited on space, 64 gigabytes of memory. You're not limited on how much performance you can get out of this, because you can easily just, you know, open different stuff up and then say, okay, I want to do more than Facebook. By the way, if you guys aren't following Shannon, I highly recommend you follow Shannon, because not only did she give you cooking tips, but that champagne cotton candy cocktail, well done, Shannon. Yummy.
See,
Very yummy.
And you're sweet enough to eat, you little old treat as well. So speaking of sweet, in fact, actually, Rocky, my producer, he's the perfect producer for me, because God knows I need help keeping me on the straight and narrow. We did confirm.
You're not alone.
You do get the 1 year of the Mac U. So I was beginning to question myself. So we do have the Mac U for 1 year. And what's interesting, Bill, because sometimes we throw around the, oh, you get a keyboard, and you get a soft shell case, and you get Mac U. And it's funny, Steve's absolutely right to say, is that on your card? Because that's not what you get when you shop elsewhere. And I'm really not trying to be mean about that, but when you do go to the Mac store, it's always about the fine print. And I'm certainly not being disrespectful, but it's like, oh, you want a keyboard, and then they take you to one aisle. Oh, you want a case, and then they take you to one aisle. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I was even starting to question myself. I'm like, yeah, you do get that Mac U for a year. So it is fun that not only can we make dreams come true and do the flex pay and the 30-day return policy and no restocking fee, kind of nice that we give them the stuff that they need too, isn't it?
And that's just it. Stuff that we need, stuff that we will definitely use, and that's the peace of mind of shopping at HSN.
It is indeed. Well, they are shooing me along. Anytime you want to send me photos of you working out, you inspire me for so many reasons, Bill Duggan.
Have a good night, Shannon.
I love you. We'll look for you later in the weekend. Thank you, Bill. Hey, do not hang up. Oh, by the way,